I do a field sobriety test. He believe I'm drunk. Apparently, I do my thing. He get the little breathalyzer. I blow in it. He say, something wrong with it. He shakes it and say, can you do that again? So I blow this motherfucker again, and next you know, they just slap handcuffs on me. I'm like, what the fuck? I get sent to Santa Ana Police Department. I get booked. I go through here. I'm wearing a blazer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are going to debut another news segment. And the name of this segment is called, Is It Trauma or Is It Funny? Ayati, take off.
All right. Okay, betters, we're going to try something different with you folks. We like to keep it transparent, keep it 100. So I'm going to pose a question and ask you guys, do you think it's trauma or do you think it's funny? So give you a little backdrop. I've been going to therapy since about 2019, and I've been trying to process a lot of traumatic shit that had happened in my life. Another back note is that me and Terry goes to see the same therapist. So it's like, oh, it's kind of funny that we both see the same therapist and we do a podcast together. So it's like, cool. I posed the idea. Let me talk about some of the shit that I think I done processed online with you guys. But I have a tendency to make things funny. So I want you guys to tell me if you think this is funny or you think this is trauma. So going to rewind back to like about 2009. I got arrested for a DUI. Suspicion of a DUI. I kind of think it's funny because like fast forward, everything comes together. To be an electrician is one of our jokes. He said you got to have one of the 3 Ds. The 3 Ds is either have a divorce, a drug or drinking problem, or a DUI. So I got the DUI, guys. That makes me a real electrician. But how did I get this DUI, you guys? Was I drinking and driving? All right. So I was drinking. This is back like right after I graduated from UC Irvine. So this is like 1 year, probably not even a year, because you graduate in the summer of 2008. So probably was still like 4, 5, 6 months out of being out of college. I'm still trying to party with my people in Irvine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm down there partying, drinking, but I got work in the morning. I'm an adult now. I worked at some random ass law firm or some shit, like for disability, like law firm. I don't even remember the name of it, but me and my homies who got drunk as hell, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go home. I'm driving. I'm like, ooh, I got work at 5, 6 in the morning. I said, shit, I'm not gonna drive. I'm going to take me a little nappy. So my nappy nap ended up being on the side of the 405 freeway. Back then, I didn't know all the rules and shit. So it's cold as fuck on the side of the freeway. Me and my brother both in the car. We sleep. Every now and then I wake up because I'm drunk. But I'm not like drunk. I start that car up. Just let that shit get warm a little bit because it's cold as fuck. Put that heater on. And it's a stick shift, y'all. It's an old ass Chevy.
Remember the Cavalier?
The Cavalier with the rims on it. The little burnt orange with some dark ass windows. So I start that motherfucker up. Let it get warm again, go back to sleep. I'm not trying to die on the side of the freeway. I'm trying to go back to work in the morning. I'm a responsible person in that mind. So one of these times when we're sleeping, I hear something knocking on my window. Boom, 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 boom. Like, what the fuck? Roll the windows. Police have light on me like, hey, sir, what are you doing? I was like, taking a nap. Clearly, I'm sleeping as fuck. Are you okay? You been drinking? I said, I might have something a little bit early in the day, but shit, I ain't check my phone. Know what time it is at this time. I probably been asleep for 2-3 hours. Like, do you mind getting out of the car? I'm like, okay. So long story short, he doing this whole... This is before I was unfriendly to police. So I'm talking to motherfucker, just whatever he asks me to do, I'm just doing what I'm doing. I do a field sobriety test. He believe I'm drunk. Apparently, I do my thing. He get the little breathalyzer. I blow in it. He say, something wrong with it. He shakes it and say, can you do that again? So I blow this motherfucker again, and next you know, they just slap handcuffs on me. I'm like, what the fuck? I get sent to Santa Ana Police Department. I get booked. I go through here. I'm wearing a blazer, a little t-shirt. I was partying. I had the little loafers and shit. It was like some little boat shoes and shit. No socks.
That was using your suit era.
My little skinny jeans and shit. I'm out here just looking fly. So I'm in this. Now I'm sober as fuck. Everything I'm rolled into the police department. Dude booking me in and said, man, you look like Usher. I'm like, what?
He do look like Usher.
He's like, doesn't look like Usher. And like everybody in there just started to fuck with me. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So they put me in this drunk tank. And I'm just like, I'm sober as fuck in the drunk tank. So it's this guy next to me. He got arrested for being high on cocaine or some shit. Some kind of dope. And he just won't stop fucking talking. He just keep talking to me. I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear this shit. He said, what'd you get booked on? I was like, guess DUI. Shit. He's like, what's your blow? He said, I don't know. They took the blood. He told me I got a .09. He said, that's it? He said, man, one time they found me driving drunk and I blew like a fucking .18. they just took me to a diner and gave me some coffee and helped me sober up and said, you gotta get out of here. I was like, that's not helping my situation right now, bro. Like, I ain't had a fucking ticket since like high school. What the fuck? So I get booked, whole shit going on. Fast forward, we go to court. And I'm like, all right, I'm afraid. I'm trying to go to law school at the time. So I'm like, fuck, this is going to look bad. I got to get this shit out. So I get a recommendation for a lawyer. This is like all my money for savings to go to motherfucking law school in the East Coast. I get this motherfucker like $6,000. 5 or 6,000. I had to scrounge up money. I had to wait for my brother. So I'm waiting for the court date. He show up. And this lady before me, she stepped up to the court and her lawyer. This is her apparently 7th time being arrested. I was sitting there like, damn, this bitch got 7 DUIs. And her lawyer said some shit, and they was like, okay, we're gonna let you go on your own reconnaissance and all this bullshit. And she ended up leaving. So I'm just feeling hopeful, like, damn, this bitch got 7.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm going home. I step up there. Prosecution say, Your Honor, we're gonna give him 30 days in jail. Ooh, I was like, what the fuck? Like, for what? They're like, yeah, we're gonna give him 30 days in jail. He's a reckless person. Da-da-da-da-da. Judge was like, so let me look at the record. He's a graduate from UC Irvine recent. He don't have no record. I don't even see a ticket for the last 5 or 6 years. And you want me to give him 30 days in jail for his first like attempt at a DUI that you found him sleeping on the side of the road.
Right.
Because clearly he realized he couldn't drive.
Right.
And apparently from this report, he passed the first breathalyzer in the sobriety test.
Damn.
It wasn't until the second one that he barely went over with a .09, and then you booked him so you can get a higher one at the jail. When you take your blood, it's always higher.
Bro.
So she was like, I am not giving this man 30 days in jail.
That's crazy.
Like, but I can't just let him walk free. She said, but he's seen that he's a responsible adult who tried his best to not be in a bad situation. So I'm going to reduce it down to a wet reckless. And I was like, bet. Okay, cool. She's like, you're going to be on 3 years probation. Sounded reasonable to me, but I didn't realize that was a long ass time.
That's a long ass time, dog.
And then on top of that, she was like, I want you to participate in a Mothers Against Drunk Driving course. And that's the only way you're going to get your license back. You're going to have this SR22 on your thing, make your insurance go up. But you know what the funny thing is? My driving record was so good, my insurance didn't go up during that time. They said, you didn't have a ticket. And I was already owed. And it was like, fuck shit. So I still had the same insurance the whole time. I just have to be careful about not getting in. If I got any ticket, I would have went to jail.
Yeah.
That was the stipulation for the probation. But the silver lining is that when I had this Mother Against Drunk Driving course, this is how I got introduced into my herbalism. So in this class, I learned that I am a social drinker. I am definitely not an alcoholic. There were people in here that like had to go to work and they had to drink. Like this one chick had a water bottle on her desk and it was vodka, and she would drink that stuff all day. That's all she would do to get through the day. Another dude got caught driving on crack cocaine. I was just kicking it with the homies.
Right.
It was just trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
But I had to go to this course, and it was at Compton Communities where I took mine at. And she would try to like, look, I know some of you guys are never going to stop drinking and stop using your drugs, but at least try to clean out your system. She's like, you can go in your backyard, herb called a dandelion root. She's like, it looked like a little weed, it had a little circle around it, it had a little yellow flower. Just ripped it out the ground, rinse it out, cut it up in little pieces, boil that. And if you drink that, it'll help push the toxins out of your liver and your kidneys. Because some of you may never stop drinking. So I'm sitting here looking like, damn, is that real? So I come home and I do that shit. I find me a little dandelion root. I just sip it. It don't taste terrible. But this is back in 2009. I've been drinking dandelion root every day since I ever had my DUI. I think my skin's pretty fucking clear. Mm-hmm. We don't put no makeup on for this motherfucker. This podcast.
We ain't got the budget for that.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't stopped drinking, but I think I got a pretty strong, liver and shit. So it just kind of got the ball rolling on, herbalism. So I was like, cool. I think I'll keep rocking with that. Mm-hmm. And then the fast forward this shit full circle, that experience has, in my mind, shaped why I don't trust police. You come to me, I don't talk to your asses no more. Yeah. I barely crack the window. I know the rules about keeping the keys out the ignition. I'm not encouraging drunk driving and saying you should be drunk driving, but shit, a lot of times people ain't out here really drunk driving. So I'm like, I haven't had a ticket. I've only had, I think, 3 tickets in my life. I can count on my hand. I know exactly when I've got my tickets, and I am 40.
Yeah.
So I'm not a person who just be out here doing it. The statistic I learned in my Mothers Against Drunk Driving course is if you have a real problem, you're going to get your next DUI within the next 3 months. 2009, we're all the way in 2025. I don't think I have a problem. I even, at one point, tried to become a police officer, the Long Beach Police Department, with this on my record, with it being expunged. And I made it all the way to, I think, the captain's selection. It's like when they get basically a bunch of binders with no pictures, and he just got to select who he wanted his new officers to be.
Mm-hmm.
I got to that whole thing with this on my record. So, for me saying I don't like the police, yeah, I don't, but I tried to be one. But I say all this to say, is this trauma or is this shit funny?
Is it funny? So, yeah, let us comment. You can comment trauma, funny, or you can share your story. You know what I'm saying? and if you're willing to share your story, maybe we'll highlight your story and we can decide, is it trauma or is it funny? I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of both. I mean, obviously, like time and space gives you, it allows you to feel to feel more levity.
Yeah.
But dude, I think it also just speaks to what our system is, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I have one question before we move on. The lady that had 7 DUIs that was up, what was her ethnicity? The world wants to know.
She could definitely be on the Housewives of Orange County.
Okay.
Definitely a white lady.
That's all we needed to know. I was like, that feels appropriate. Because for the prosecutors to be like, out the gate, 30 days in jail, like that's the starting point.
Orange County, I don't really like that city. I don't even like going in that motherfucker no more. I feel like they played me because everywhere out here they like, yeah, if you was sleeping in the car where you had it, they like LA probably just let you fuck go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, it is what it is. But I mean, luckily, all faith aside, my judge is black. She saw me and was like, I ain't letting this shit.
Nah, we're not having this.
And I'm not like, I'm not. Luckily, I navigate this system in a way that I feel like if I wasn't as intelligent and as smart as I am, because I'm a self-proclaimed genius, my black ass would be locked up from where I'm from. So as we go along with this segment, you'll learn more about me, my life in Compton, my life in school, my life as just a black man in America. Mm-hmm. It's just very nuanced. And I feel like at this point now, at my age, I know how the system works and where I would be if I wasn't as good as I am at what I do.
Yeah.
Which is living in America as a black man.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I feel it. Awesome, man. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know that's, sometimes it's hard to be that vulnerable in a public forum. So yeah, man, appreciate you.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, listening. We really appreciate all the love and support that we've gotten since our recent transition.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're excited about where we are and also excited about where we're going. So y'all make sure y'all go out and like, subscribe, share, comment, and give us feedback. Let us know what you think about the show and the different segments that we're doing and incorporating. And until next time, Ayati,
stay casual.